running through my pre-market routine. So this is everything I do before the market opens every single day in preparation for the coming day so that I can take my day trades and my scalps. Very first thing that I like to do is I go to marketwatch.com. So if we go to that, marketwatch.com, this page will come up and you'll see all these different news reports. What I want to see is I want to go to the economic calendar. So right here, if you click on economic calendar, this shows whatever is happening in the US. Because I trade the stock market, this is exactly what I want to be aware of. When is Powell speaking? Is there CPI data, PPI data? Those are the more important things that I look out for. Also looking out for, is the stock market open that day? So right now what we see is Monday for next week is Labor Day. So we just want to be aware that because Monday is coming, sometimes around that time frame, there may be a little slower volume. So just being aware of what's happening in the stock market. Then looking down the list, you just see from day to day what events are happening and at what time. That way you know that if you are trading and maybe something is coming up at maybe 10 a.m. or 2 p.m., you're aware that if you take a trade, you want to be careful in that vicinity and time frame because maybe stuff could move very volatile or it could be very messy. So just being aware of that is very important when you're preparing for the trading day. The next thing is we go back to TradingView. So tradingview.com, and then from here, I want to assess the entire market first. So I like to go to SPY. That's going to tell me what the overall market is looking like, how does the bigger picture look like, and what could we expect for today's movement. So the very first thing that I do is I go to the 1 hour time frame, and this just gives me a better understanding of what does the whole chart look like. Are we in a bullish trend? Are we in a bearish trend? And then from there, I'll have a better understanding of how the other stocks move and whether there may be some similarities between those movements and the key levels around. So looking here on SPY, if we zoom out, we can see that SPY is very bullish. We are in a very strong bullish trend lately. So all I'm looking for is, market structure movement, highs and lows. And right here, we're all at the highs. Also, what you want to be aware of is what is the overall movement all the way to the left. So is the stock or ticker at all-time highs? SPY is near all-time highs. You want to be aware of that so that you know that that area may be upcoming resistance, and that because price is very bearish at all-time highs from previous movement, we could have similar movement or in fact break all the way through. I have all these watch list items. These are the basically all the tickers that I look on a weekly basis, and I run through each of them to decide, do I want to trade that ticker on this particular day? Then looking at SPY, what I want to evaluate, which we can also just hide any indicators. So up here I have the 9 EMA. That's the only indicator I use. Typically you could hide it if it gets a little messy, but all I'm looking for is, do I understand the overall trend? Is the market structure clean? If it is clean overall, I'll do a deeper dive of that specific ticker, and I'll be looking for entries within the day to trade it. If it looks messy on the bigger time frame, that's when I know I don't want to trade that ticker because it may not have really clean setups within the smaller time frames. Because SPY looks pretty clean, this is something where I would trade. So all I do is I do a top-down analysis for each different ticker. I go straight from the weekly chart, and this is where I draw my support resistance zones, which I have another video I'll link. On here, I use weekly chart, find my zones of support resistance. So I could just run through it real quick. If you look at here, we have a potential resistance right there. And then if we look a little closer, what other areas do we have? We have just another area right there. And that's basically all I would draw. I then go to the daily chart and look for any candlestick patterns as well as gaps. We have a bullish harami, that is a bullish sign. I look for stuff like that, haramis or engulfings, telling me, could this day be a potential bullish day based on the history of price? Then I also look for gap levels. This is a gap that has not gotten filled. I'm just aware of those areas where if price is near a gap, could that gap be an area of support resistance, or could price break through and fill it? So just aware of those areas. Down here is a gap, but it had already gotten filled previously. So you see all the way to the right, it got filled. So that's not a gap I want to have. Next thing I would do is go to the hourly chart. And from the hourly chart, I look at the support resistance areas, where they are in close proximity to current price, and whether we are still bullish. Looks like price pushed up, broke down, retested this support, pushed higher. Now we're at resistance as well as all-time highs right there. I also mark all these levels to be aware of key levels. And then from here, I evaluate, do I know the overall trend? Do I see clean movement in the bigger scheme of things? And then what could potentially happen if price is at a significant area? Could it potentially break up, or could it bounce down? So then from here, if I like the entire movement and I understand what direction price could go in, then I go to the smaller time frame and chart more levels. Just from looking at this bigger picture, price is at resistance, so we could do one of two things. We could break to all-time highs, or because we are at strong resistance, price could end up pushing down. So I'm open to both sides, trading bullishness or bearishness, but that's all going to be dependent on whether I see an entry in either direction. So I'm open to both sides, but you just want to watch for strength in either direction to determine if you want to take an entry. Here we have previous day low. This is a significant key level I draw. Then you have a previous day high level. I do that to green. Then you have pre-market high right there, and then I use a dotted line, and then you have pre-market low right there. So those are all the key levels that I like to mark. That way I know, are we breaking previous day's range? How close in proximity is the next key level? And from there, could I be entering a position up here, or maybe I enter a position down here? It'll all be based on strength. So this is all I do. I draw all these key levels and I go one by one to each of these tickers. QQQ moves the same way. I do the same top-down analysis, looking from the 1 hour time frame, seeing, do I understand the overall movement? Do I know the trend? Can I see clean market structure? If it's a stock that I may like, then I'll do a deeper dive and mark all these levels. But maybe for something that isn't as clean, say we go to maybe Microsoft or something, and from here we look at the 1 hour chart, and from here I see, all right, it looks bullish, but what exactly is going on here? Is it going sideways? Is it continuously going higher? Or are we changing to bearishness? It looks kind of messy. Maybe there aren't any clean support resistance levels nearby. And if I don't really understand where price could go into, that is when I decide this is not a particular stock that I want to look at for this day. So I'd rather look at another stock where I understand that price is moving cleaner and I know what potential movements could be about. And that's what I would want to exactly chart all my levels. Something that I would chart is if we go to Apple. So Apple right here, we can see a very clean bullish move, and then price is going sideways. So even though it's sideways, we still have a support and resistance area because price is in consolidation. So either you have price going up to resistance or price is going down to support. I'm okay trading in a choppy market only if price is at significant key levels. That way I know there's more bears or more bulls in an area, and I would have a higher probability set up of whatever rejection or reaction happens in those bigger areas. So something like this is where I'll understand, okay, it looks bullish. I understand there could be strong levels. And from there, I then do that top-down analysis from weekly to daily to 1 hour to 5 minute. And then when the market's open, I look at potential entries within those, the smaller time frame that I use is the 5 minute as well as the 2 minute. So I do this for every single ticker. And then this doesn't really take too long because I'm only focusing on stocks that I want to trade. So if I'm clicking on a ticker like, I don't know, Google, and I don't like the movement, like it looks messy, we're not having good key levels, strong levels, then based on like 1 minute looking at it, it's something that I don't really like, I skip over it. So the only thing I really do a deep dive and pay closer attention to, marking all the levels, are going to be the tickers that have good clean movement overall. And then from there, after all the key levels, I'm ready to trade for that day. All I have to do is I go to whatever ticker there is, have my 5-minute chart open, and then from there, once I have the ticker that I want, I also open up different other tabs. So maybe I want to mark out Apple. So that's loading. Then from there, I can click on between back and forth. All right, what is SPY doing? What is Apple doing at that time? And then from there, look at entries. So then I just have my different tickers open one by one. And then when I'm trading within the day in live trading, I just click between them, wait for price to get into the area that I like. If it reacts the way I like it to and I see strength and I see a high probability setup in a certain direction, that's when I'll take that directional movement and then have my whole trading plan, entry, exit, stop loss, and see where that trade can take me. So that's my entire pre-market analysis. It's basically a top-down analysis, have the key levels, understand what my bias is, and then when the market is open, wait for that entry and take that trade.